My name is Betty Ball. My husband and I have two young children in MCPS, and I am here to advocate for a return to in-person instruction and an immediate return for our special education population. I have 3 points to make today. First, I would like you to picture a young child who has a neurological disorder that affects his speech, severely limiting almost all verbal communication, and that child is sitting in front of a screen being spoken to but is unable to reply back or communicate and engage in any substantial way, day after day after day. Now picture that same child in a typical special education classroom that is equipped with picture boards, where the child has the ability to gesture and point to items and objects around the room, and where he has assistance with the use of specialized electronic communication devices. This is just one example of so many children in our county with challenges that simply cannot be sufficiently addressed in a virtual model. My children and thousands more are being denied an adequate and equitable education during a critical time when their brains are most capable of forming pathways that will be the foundation for the rest of their lives. We talk about and stress the need for early intervention, and yet our children are going on almost a year of not receiving that which they cannot live to their fullest potential without. It's time to stop the lip service, and it's time to actually start providing services in the only meaningful way they can be received, which is in person in the classroom. Number 2. I understand everyone's concern for safety. I am a mother. I am a mother who cares deeply about the health and well-being of all children in our schools, not just my own. I care deeply about teachers and staff members, like my niece, who is a public high school teacher in another community similar to ours, but who has been back teaching in person safely for months, and whose elementary school-age children have been back in the classroom 5 days a week for months. I am also the wife of an essential worker who is in the transportation sector. He is in close contact with his coworkers and the public and has been since the beginning of this pandemic. But with hand washing and masks and other simple mitigation measures that we know are effective, going to work can be done safely. This leads me to my third and final point. I understand it might seem, after having spent so much time at home, too risky to re-enter the classroom on February 1st for both teachers and students. But it is being done safely all over this country. It is being done even right here in our own county with private therapists and private schools whose mitigation measures are the same as ours. The science and data have shown that schools can be open safely, which is why public school administrators are abandoning restrictive health metrics as a means for dictating learning models, and we need to do the same. To the board of directors and the superintendent, I would remind you that you are not beholden to the governor or the Montgomery County Health Department or Dr. Gales. The power to reopen schools lies entirely in your hands, so stop passing the buck. Work with the health department to determine what the steps for mitigation are and work to implement them. That is your job. Your job and your responsibility is to get our students back in the classroom and educate them, not to continue keeping them out of it. Finally, I would like to remind everyone that education is essential. Further, it is a right, and it's being denied by the Montgomery County Public School System. Neither teaching nor learning can be done adequately or effectively in a virtual platform. It is time to return to in-person instruction now.